Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Anna Spear from Auctions Plus coming to you from Rockhampton Beef Australia on the final day. And today I have with me Mr. Tom Maguire from Tees Australia. Tom, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks, Anna. It's a pleasure to be here.
Tom, 5 days of beef. How are we feeling?
Well, holding up okay today. I'm sure the bloodshot eyes look really great on camera.
They do. They look fantastic, and I appreciate you rolling out of bed and getting up in here early for us. So Tom Maguire's joined us. He's been with Tees Australia for 12 years now. Tom, you're the Chief Value Chain Officer. Tell me a bit about that role.
Sure, well, technology's coming at us at 1,000,000 miles an hour in the industry. There's lots of changes. My job's really to bring the technology through IT and business intelligence and our people along for the journey. And the people part, Anna, is critical, because if we don't bring our people along, we're going to get left behind.
And people over supply chain challenges?
Yeah, people are really critical. We've got to remember we can get the newest technology, the best machinery, but if we don't change what we do and change how we think, the investments get wasted.
I couldn't agree with you more, and it seems to have been a topic that's come across from a lot of people this week at Beef. So tell me about the Tees business. I believe it's quite old.
Tees is 76 years old this year, but it's a business that resembles nothing what it was 76 years ago. And the one thing that's constant is change. And we're just talking this morning that in the last 12 years in the business I've been there, it looks absolutely nothing like it did when I started.
So what are some of those changes? Is it the values that have changed, or is it the processes, or is it the people?
I think the values in the business really are the family values that were there 70 years ago. I mean, that's a real bedrock for the business. What's really changed is, I guess, brands, the different products. When I joined the business, there was a half dozen brands which were really lids on a box. Mm-hmm. Now we've got, literally dozens of brands which go straight to the consumer.
Mm-hmm. And over the 12 years you've been with Tees, what are some of the industry changes that you've seen?
I think what we've seen is technology coming into the industry at such a rapid rate. Mm-hmm. We talked about objective measurement, we talked about robotics or artificial intelligence. I mean, these were only almost science fiction stuff 12 years ago, but these are tools now that we're really looking at how we adopt them into our business.
Yep, and you guys have just recently put the first DEXA unit in, I believe?
Yeah, there's a DEXA machine in Rockhampton now that's currently grading carcasses. It started in earnest this week, and people are going to hear a lot more about that. We've also got visioning cameras going into all our plants, and within 12-18 months, all our grading will be objective.
And how important is that? What are we going to see as a producer, the benefits or outcomes of having that data?
I think to start with, the most important thing is that we're going to have recorded images that we can discuss with people, and we can build trust in the supply chain, because trust is really the bedrock that's going to make us work together. Mm-hmm. All this technology really is just big black boxes that potentially can make things worse. So everything we do, we've got to bring people along and build trust.
And data is something that you've been quite vocal about over the past 12 months, and the importance of getting data out into the industry. Who's responsible for doing that, do you think?
We like to take responsibility for that. I mean, it's our job as aggregators in the supply chain to collect data and get that back in the hands of people so they can make better decisions. Mm-hmm. I guess we collect so much data. I think I used an example that if you supply us 100 head of cattle, you can get about 40 pages of feedback. And it's our job to put that in a way that people can use and make better decisions. Mm-hmm. So it's not only about objective measurement, but it's about doing that on an individual animal basis.
Yep. And how are you currently getting that data back to your customers?
It's currently going back on the same day via email, but in the next 12 months, people will be able to log into a portal on our website and get that data, and also to get that data and compare their performance to other producers and other production type systems.
Fantastic, so they'll be able to benchmark themselves and see where they need to improve, or where they are performing well.
Yeah, we've already started doing that on a yield and quality matrix. But as the objective measurement systems come in, they'll be able to refine that and get much more precise answers.
Fantastic. Are there what are some of the other innovations that you guys are working on in your plans?
Well, objective measurement's really important around feedback, but what we're really excited about is it's going to enable robots to come into the industry. And I guess 20 years ago we all made a decision that we'd never see robotics unless we re-engineered the cows. But now with advanced vision systems, be it DEXAs or CAT scans, we can get really accurate about that and introduce robotics, which is really important, not only because labour's hard to get in the country, but we need to be really precise where we're making those cuts.
Yeah. And should that reduce the cost of production long term?
That's got to be the aim. We've got to remember we're a really expensive manufacturer in Australia. It's 3 times the cost to process beef in Australia than South America, and almost twice in the US. So no matter what we do, we've got to try and remain efficient and productive.
And let's have a little bit of a chat about price indicators. So we have heard a bit of talk around industry about mandatory price reporting. What are your thoughts on that, John?
I think mandatory price reporting sounds good, and everyone holds up the US system as a reason to do that, but the US model is much simpler than we've got in this country. The US really are a domestic industry that export parts. We're very export focused. Well, there's 70% of beef goes to about 46 different countries. So mandatory price reporting is going to be pretty complicated and expensive. But look, having said that, if we can work out the cost of that and then measure the benefits, well, let's have the discussion.
This week we've seen a few innovations around Beef Week, one of which has been mobile abattoirs, taking the abattoir to the farm or to the cow. What are your thoughts?
It's not something that would ever work kind of in our business model, because the 2 critical issues are getting the labour and then getting the product to market. And you've got to remember that generally when people use a mobile abattoir, they might be trying to get 6 or 7 cuts somewhere, and that's fine, but you've actually got to get rid of the rest of the product as well and do that as profitably as you can. So we just can't see that as, there's certainly a role for it in the industry, but not in the mainstream way.
I would have thought a processor would be best placed to assist in or to adopt some of that technology, given you guys have the expertise. Do you think there's going to be any interest from any of the processors in getting involved in those mobile apps?
I don't think so. As I said, I think it would be such a small part of the business.
Yeah.
I really don't see people expanding into that.
Unless there's a giant premium on the on-farm product, the cost of production outweighs the benefit?
Again, while there might be a giant premium on that part of the product, how do you effectively dispose of the rest of the carcass and do that profitably?
So, where to next for Tees? What does 2025 look like for you?
I know 2025 won't look anything like it does today, that's for sure. We're going to see a lot of change. I think that our businesses will be more like platforms, and we've all heard that obviously the largest transport provider doesn't have any motor vehicles, that's Uber. The largest accommodation provider is of course Airbnb, and the media company now is, John Conlon, but it's Facebook. We'll be much more of a platform business about connecting producers to our customers, and technology will help us do that. We'll be able to get signals back to people to allow them to target the best market.
And what do you think some of the opportunities are for primary producers out there in the broader industry? What should they be doing or thinking?
I think we've got to remember that we still see protein demand doubling by 2030. So you see so much foreign capital wanting to come in and invest. I mean, the world knows that agriculture and the beef industry is a really good place to be. What should we be focusing on in Australia is getting to the best possible market for our product. We can't be commodity providers anymore. We've got the Brazilians and the Indians and the Chinese eventually that will kill us in the commodity business.
Fantastic. So, Tom, my final question to you is, what do you think Auctions Plus should do next?
I'm always regret advising other people what to do, Anna, but I think from our perspective, building collaborative supply chains is really critical. And everyone knows we're about 93% direct now. And for a platform like Auctions Plus to be relevant to us, we've got to find a way of building that collaboration as well. We cannot, I mean, the reason we're not really involved is that we just can't afford to operate in a transactional marketplace.
I think that's fantastic feedback. I think looking at ways our supply chain can work together, collaborate, create ecosystems is something that we're all very excited about.
Right.
So Tom, thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate it. I believe it might have been a late night last night. And to those online, that's wrapping up Beef 2018. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you in 3 years.